Today we'll talk about how to open a Stripe account with US LLC in 2026. A few years ago, if you lived outside the US and wanted to start an online business, one problem kept coming up again and again: the payments. You could build a website, you could get clients, you could even launch a product. But the moment someone asked, "How do I pay you?" everything became complicated. And that's exactly what happened to one founder I spoke with recently from Pakistan. He had the skills, he had clients, he even built an AI tool people wanted to buy, but he couldn't use Stripe directly in his country. So in this video, I'll show you the exact process many non-US founders are using in 2026 to legally open a Stripe account using a US LLC. Now, before we start, let's make one thing clear. This is not about shortcuts, fake information, or risky methods. In 2026, compliance is stricter than ever. Platforms like Stripe now verify your business, your website, your payment activity, and your legitimacy very carefully. So the goal is simple: build a real online business with a proper setup. So here is a question: why people use US LLCs? Here's the reality: the internet is global, but payment systems still have country limitations. That's why many entrepreneurs worldwide are forming US LLCs, not because they live in US, but because they want access to international banking, global payment gateways, and worldwide customers. Today, people are running AI SaaS startups, e-commerce stores, agencies, digital product businesses, and remote companies completely online from different countries. So the very first step is forming the LLC. So let's go back to our founder. The first thing he did was form an US LLC. Most people usually choose states like Wyoming, Delaware, and New Mexico. Wyoming is especially popular because it's simple, affordable, and works well for online businesses. Once the LLC is approved, you receive formation documents proving your business officially exists. After the LLC comes the EIN. Think of the EIN like a tax ID for your business. Stripe and banks often requires it because it helps verify that your company is real and registered properly. The next came business banking. This is where many founders get confused. A lot of people think once I have an LLC, everything is automatic. But that's not how it works. Banks and financial platforms still review your website, your business activity, and your overall professionalism. That's why serious founders create proper website, branded emails, and real business operations. Now comes the important part: applying for Stripe. When our founder applied, he made sure his LLC information matched his website. His business description was clear and his services looked legitimate. His website included a homepage, contact page, privacy policy, terms of services, and refund policies. These small details matter a lot in 2026. So what are the biggest mistakes people make? Now let's talk about that. The biggest reason people fail is because they try to rush the process. Some people use fake information, create low quality websites, or apply without understanding compliance. And honestly, that usually creates more problem later. The safest approach is building something real. Even a small business can get approved if it looks professional and transparent. Today, thousands of founders around the world are running international businesses remotely. The opportunity is bigger than ever before, but the people who succeed long term are usually the ones who focus on trust, professionalism, and compliance. If you want more videos about Stripe, US LLCs, online banking, SaaS businesses, and global online business, make sure to subscribe and comment below Stripe series if you want a complete step-by-step tutorial on LLC formation, banking, and Stripe approval. Till then, stay tuned with BoostyGlobal.